Morning, Carla. That's not a bad idea.
I need it. I think it's the rain. It's all dark. And,
It is that kind of morning. Yeah, this is looking more promising. I'd like to start with the F major scale, but we're going to start at the top of the scale and we're going to do 2 octaves. So we're going to go down and then back up. And we'll see if I can do this on the fly on a nice rainy morning myself. The rhythm is going to be quarter, half note quarter. So like the violins have in measure 1 of their duo and the cellos have in measure 9. And then the second measure is going to be 2 half notes. And so we will keep using that rhythm as we go through our notes. And I think this first time we'll do it by the measure. So we'll play 3 notes on the first, 3 bow strokes on the first note, and then 2 bow strokes on the second note. Hopefully that was pretty clear. Make sure I'm in our tempo for the day. Yeah. So we're starting on F, and it's going to be quarter, half note, quarter for the first set. 3, 4. Quarter, half note, quarter, E, 2 half notes, D, C with 2 half notes, B flat, A, 2 half notes, G, F, E, D, instead, what I'd like to do is keep the same rhythm, but this time, every time you change your bow, you're changing to a new note. So it's going to go faster, and just do the best you can. Worst case scenario, play F and listen to how it fits with F. We'll start at the top. So we're going to do top down and then back up. 3, 4. Quarter, half note, quarter, half note, good deal. So based on what I heard this week, we need to spend a little more time on this movement, the Allegro movement, before we move on. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to review each part in its entirety. I'm going to play the whole part. And so obviously play along, and at least half the time I'll be playing whatever you play. And then after that, time permitting, we'll see if I can play the part with the video of a part, so you can hear both at once and know how yours fits a lot better. Let's see. I think my eyes are going to be happiest if I do treble clef first. So it'll be treble clef first. So feel free to play the bass part along, or the bass clef part. I'm trying to do multiple things at once here. One, 2, 3, 4. I'll be playing the bass clef part. So obviously keep playing your part, and it should feel different than it did the first time. One, two, three, four. So we will see how successful this can be. That is not what I meant to have happen. Yeah, I agree. Have some coffee. One, two, three, four. All right. So apparently this is me playing the cello part. So the technology will play the cello part, and I will play the violin part on the physical cello. And theoretically, you'll be able to hear both things at the same time. Let me back it up here. One, two, three, four. If that was cello, then this one is probably going to be computer Miriam playing the violin.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That is correct. Figured I should check it before we started it. All right, so this time, Miriam in the box will play the violin part, and Miriam on the cello in front of you will play the cello part. Although I guess in some ways Miriam's in a box both ways, but I assume you understand what I'm trying to say.
One,
2, 3, 4. All right. So, doing that, is there a section that you're like, I was completely lost all the different times we did it? Like, I don't know, 19 to 30 or the last 8 measures or something? Is there something in specific that you have a question? I think we got a thumbs up from the violin room. Looks like Carla is counting now. So I suspect there's something we'll get to work on.
So for me, um, 15, where it's 15 to second and third. But probably it's my own writing that's catching me out. But it's like the end of the second line.
Okay.
We started
So
with like the A.
where it says poco crescendo, so if we start at 13, that could be helpful? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
All right, so I'll talk about what the cello has to do between 13 and 20. And then we'll try it a couple times. So at 13, you've just shifted back to first position. So you've got A, D, C, and the first note of 14 is still in first position. Then on the second note, you're shifting, and you're shifting in such a way that your second, in your case, your second finger will be on your yellow tape. So your fourth finger's arriving on E. So it's a second position shift, and you need to remember, well, it's kind of an upper second position shift to get between the B and the E. But because you're thinking of it as upper second, you need to remember that it's really C natural. So when you get to the first note of 15, you need to make sure that you've reached your one backwards. So if I start at 14, we've got B, shift to E, play the D, make sure you've reached, so you have a beautiful C natural. After that C natural is the next shift, and this time you're shifting to third position, we've got F. So in this case, your one should be on the yellow tape. And the first note of the next measure is still in third position. Then it's harmonic, fourth position 4, 2, still fourth position for one more note, and then that next note is when you shift to first. And then you're home free, theoretically. Okay, so without talking a little bit more rhythmically accurate, I'm going to start at measure 13, 3, 4. Shift. 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 Don't worry, we'll do it again. Back to 13. 3, 4. So let's take everybody back to measure 9. So we'll back up a little bit before, and then we can kind of do it in context. This is measure 9. I am still playing the cello part. 3, 4. Finished putting that last little chunk in. So let's do it from 9 again, and I'll play the violin part, and then I'll come back and play the cello part one more time so you can hear how it's going to fit. So this is 9, 3, 4. Back to 9 again. 3, 4. while we're doing things, let's also do 40 to the end. Everybody found it? Looks like people have found it. All right, so this is measure 40. I'm playing violin part first. 3, 4, 1. Alright, so back to 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So this is one of those things that it becomes really important to be counting your rests even when you're playing all by yourself, that you have a sense of how much time that takes, so that when you're in the same room with everybody, you're listening and ready for that note or notes that would happen on the rests. Any questions? All right. Have a great day.
Thank you, Miriam. Have a great day, everyone.